So hopefully your data looks something like this, and I want to figure out how to get acceleration from my velocity versus time graph. You'll notice this is the one here at the bottom. First, I want to mention a few things. One, my position doesn't start exactly at 0. You can set 0 before you do a run by pushing this little button, but it's totally fine if you start a little above 0 or some below 0. That's totally fine. You'll notice initially I must have hit the start button. My velocity is 0, so I hadn't let go of the cart yet. And now my cart is accelerating. I get this nice straight line here for velocity. Actually, there's a little bit of curve to it, but really pretty close to straight. And that's as my mass is falling and it's pulling on the cart to make it accelerate. I intentionally stopped it. This is when I stopped it. But I stopped it a little bit after the mass hit the floor. You'll notice it's going upward here. Now I have this horizontal part. This is when the mass already hit the floor. So we want the slope of the line only where the line is going up. So acceleration is the rate of change in velocity divided by time. So by finding the slope, that's going to give me a change in y, velocity, divided by change in x, time, or the acceleration. So I'm going to highlight only the portion where the car is actually accelerating, not here where it was still 0, not here where the mass was on the floor. And one way to get the slope of the line is to go up here to this linear fit button. And you'll notice correlation coefficient. If you have this being just that straight section, it should be really, really, really close to 1. The best that Logger Pro is ever going to give you is 0.9999. Most of mine were 0.9998. But if you have something like that, 0.999, you know you have a good part measured here. The slope then, you'll notice, is 0.2551. So that's the number we're going to write in the data table, and the units are meters per second, or meters per second squared, which would be what we would expect for acceleration units. Once you write that down, I'd recommend clicking the X button here to get rid of it, and then you can press the play button to do another run. If you want it to start at 0, you just hit your 0 button like this, and get your car all set up, and hit play again. Let your teacher know if you have any trouble.